Good morning, everybody. Pastor Stitch, Narrow Path Christian Church, BC, Bay City, Michigan, also the North Central Chaplain for Broken Chains, JC. Today is September 22nd, 2025, and we are looking at Proverbs chapter 22. Now, it is September, and the whole month so far, we have looked at every chapter and looked for something that tells us about what discipline is. This morning, as I was looking at this, there were so many things that jumped at me. I didn't know where to go. And so I'm going to pick one, and we'll see what God has to say to us. How about verse 13? Proverbs 22, verse 13. The slacker says, "There's a lion outside. I'll be killed in the public square." You know, it's interesting that we can look at this, and I'll be honest, I struggled with seeing discipline in this in any way, shape, or form ever until God really started working on me about what discipline is and what it looks like. The whole entirety of this teaches you what discipline and wisdom look like. Crazy. And so I see this and I say it must tell me something about what discipline looks like. The slacker says, "There's a lion outside. I'll be killed in the public square." And I realize that sometimes discipline is people identifying you by your words. Your words matter, and the things you say have an impact. This person said, "There's a lion outside." That in and of itself doesn't identify anything. But I'll be killed in the public square. I'm too afraid to go outside. Identified that person as a slacker. The person could have said, "There's a lion outside. We got to go get it." That would identify them as a warrior or a protector. But how many times have my words been identifying in not so good of ways? I don't have a clue how I'm going to pay my bills. Things are just so tight this month. Those words identify me as someone who is a worrier, anxious, untrusting of God. I don't intend them to be that way, and I'm just expressing what I'm feeling, but discipline often is being identified by others by the words of your mouth. I have people in my life that will call me on my words, and I am that same to many. I will look at somebody and say, "You need to change how you said that, because what you said wasn't what you meant, or what you want, or who you are." You know, I was watching a TV show last night after I got home from church, and I was just relaxing, and something was said, and I had to say, that is not correct. Someone was giving advice to a young child in this show, and they said, "Find something you absolutely love to do and do that, because that'll be who you are." And I thought to myself, absolutely not. Find something you love to do and do that because you love to do it, but that is not who you are. Who you are is wrapped up in what you speak. You know, this morning I was reading, and one of my places of reading, I don't remember where it was, and it basically said, make your words matter. Speak what you want. Now, does it always work that way? No, but we can be far more productive if we're looking at our words and realizing they have influence. If nothing more, they identify us to others. So remember that today while you're out and about. Words matter. The slacker says, there's a lion outside. I'll be killed in the public square. You're identified by the words you speak. What are you going to be identified as today? I love y'all. Hope you have a great day. God bless.